Australia.
Healthy, delicious and nutritious.
Superfruit, nutritious, healthy.
Hi, I'm Jenny Franceschi. I am representing Carry Country Produce, which is a company I've owned for a few years, but I've worked for a number of years and I've been involved in the avocado industry since 1974, both as a grower, a packer, a marketer, an exporter and a processor.
Hi, I'm Gwek Hong To and I'm the project manager from Benelux Flowers and Food Private Limited. We are a major importer of fresh fruit and vegetables into Singapore and into Malaysia. And we supply the whole channels of distribution in Singapore for the last 30 years.
Australian avocados for Singapore is that we're very close. We have fruit 52 weeks a year because we have a diverse growing region. So we start up in far north Queensland, we move down the coast through central Queensland, southern Queensland, northern New South Wales, tri-states, Western Australia, down to the southwest, which means that there is some region in Australia that is growing an avocado 52 weeks a year, which means that for Singapore, where we have close proximity, we generally will fly fruit in. It's not very old, it's fresh, it's not been stored for long periods of time. It's a really, really healthy, beneficial fruit for people to eat. And the benefits for Singapore is that we're so close. Not to mention flavour. We have great flavour. So I've been exporting into Singapore for quite a few years, and the Singapore market is growing. More people are becoming aware of what avocados are. Australia has a really good reputation as far as the flavour of their avocados, so we quite often get asked for Australian avocados simply because of flavour and texture and creaminess and quality, so we're well known for that. We're well known for our very rigid quality assurance systems and food safety issues. So as for going forward with Singapore, the Australian growers, the Australian avocado industry are really focused on trying to do a Right for Tonight, Ripe and Ready program in Singapore so that Singaporeans will be able to go into a store and get an avocado that's ripe for that day. I think that will really grow the category within Singapore, because we have learnt from other countries that most people want to be able to eat it today or tomorrow, and that's not always been the offer here. So that's what we're currently working on.
Very promising. We are only touching the tip of the iceberg. There's lots more to be done here, and you may know that Singapore imports about nearly $20 million worth in US dollars of avocados into this market, and it is the second largest fruit that is being consumed in this market. The first, of course, is bananas, so it's very promising.
So the Australian avocado industry is very proactive. We do a lot of work on supply chain, right from the farmer all the way through to the end consumer. So we have a best practice guide. All of our farmers are quality assured. All of the transporters, and we do a lot of training for importers and retailers also within Singapore. We're very rigid on our testing with quality assurance. So for all of the work that we've put into supply chain management, that's to guarantee that our end consumer, be it in Australia or in Singapore, gets a good result, gets a good experience of eating our avocados.
When we talk in terms of the channels, or rather the chain of importation, one has got to know about getting the fruit from the orchards, the cold chain system, the freighting, that means either by air or by sea, and that the cold chain is not broken along the whole process, as well as storing and ripening, before the fruit is being sent to the supermarkets for the consumers.
No, I've been in avocados for over 40 years, and every year there is more and more and more demand for avocados globally. Huge demand for Australian avocados as well. The health benefits of eating avocado are so good that I don't believe that they're a trend. I think that they will continue to grow, and people, as they become more aware and more confident in selecting and more versatile in the way they use it, will actually just eat more because it's just so beneficial to your health.
I don't think so. Fruit is never a trend, especially with avocado. And avocado is so much more in demand ever since MasterChef in Australia has been promoting avocado in its application, whether it's in salad, it's in drink, or it's even in quinoa with quinoa in the Japanese cooking. So the application will only increase and the demand will only increase as it is very healthy and nutritious fruit.
The future? So the Australian avocado industry is growing exponentially. There's a lot of trees that gone in the ground, so that there's a lot more fruit coming online in the next few years. As that fruit comes online, I imagine that we would be able to put bigger volumes into Singapore at pretty reasonable prices. The demand has been so high that despite the fact that the growers of avocados have planted so many trees, a lot of that gets absorbed just domestically because they're just so fashionable and healthy. So we will see more avocados from Australia in Singapore in years to come.
The future is certainly very bright. We are only scratching the surface, and there's so much more that we can do with our ripe and ready to eat program. Once the consumer knows how to select and choose a ripe avocado and not be disappointed with an Australian avocado, they will come back for more. A research has shown that shopping patterns tend to gravitate around the purchase of avocados. So if you have good avocados in your store, there'll be repeated purchases and consumers coming back for more.